Hi everyone, this is Kaylin Castell with the second of the audio recordings for the November timings, and this one focuses on the 4 planetary stations that are happening this month, with just a little note that there will be a 5th planetary station on December 5th, so actually within a 1-month period, from November 5th to December 5th, there will be 5 planets stationing direct. The first one is November 5th with Chiron, the second one is November 6th with Neptune, and I also share a lot in the timings about how this is the closest connection of Chiron and Neptune, their last closest connection, and then they will continue to be fairly close on through 2011. So that's significant, something worth checking out. And then on November 18th, Venus and Jupiter are going to be stationing direct, and both are visible. Venus is in the morning sky, Jupiter is in the evening sky, and the other audio that I'm going to be sharing is about the Venus heliacal rise happening on November 4th, and I'll be giving some details about that. So when you get to see a planetary station, a planet is visible, you get to see that it's near its brightest because it's closest to the Earth, or near its closest approach to the Earth. And any retrograde planet or any retrograde planet is closest to the Earth, but the any station point, either direct or retrograde, is creating a still point or a 0 point energy. And I focused a lot of the November timings on understanding the 0 point energy, but just to kind of sum that up, one of the things, the 0 point or the still point, there's a poem that I will be ending this particular piece with from T.S. Eliot called The Still Point, that really describes this place of where everything moves and nothing moves all at the same time. It's like that field of pure consciousness, or the 0 point energy field. The unified field is another way that it can be described. So the still point, it's connected to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which basically says that if you know the momentum of something, then its position is completely unknowable, and vice versa. So if we know the position of something, its momentum is unknowable. So using the example of a pendulum, and basically the pendulum represents any oscillating system that's going back and forth or pulsating or going around in an orbit like a planet, when it shifts direction, its velocity is 0. So according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, the position of the pendulum at rest becomes diffuse and completely indefinite, or the position of the planet becomes completely indefinite, which means that it can be anywhere in the universe for a tiny fraction of time. And basically this disappearance is so fast that we cannot detect it in our level of reality, and yet it's happening. So this means that the point of rest implies a disappearance of matter or a planet, which is going into a still point or 0 point energy field. This pause or still point is a portal or an access point into the infinite. So again, this month we have 4 of these points occurring, and then on December 5th we'll have the 5th one that's taking place. And so I'm going to share with you in a moment the T.S. Eliot poem to help inspire your imagination in connecting with the potency of these 4 planetary stations. So this is the poem, The Still Point by T.S. Eliot. At the still point of the turning world, neither flesh nor fleshless, neither from nor towards, at the still point there the dance is, but neither arrest nor movement, and do not call it fixity where past and future are gathered. Neither movement from nor towards, neither ascent nor decline, except for the point, the still point. There would be no dance, and there is only the dance. I can only say, there we have been, but I cannot say where. And I cannot say how long, for that is to place it in time. The inner freedom from the practical desire, the release from action and suffering, release from the inner and outer compulsion, yet surrounded by a grace of sense, a white light, still and moving.